Hey everyone, it's my second vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed my comparison video last week. It did get some hate, but if you don't get hate, you're doing something wrong. So anyways, the topic of this video is my top surgery. Yes guys, now granted, I didn't get it yet. I'm not gonna have it for a good while, but I finally got started on it, and I wanted to talk about it. Now, as you guys know, I already filed my name change about 2 weeks ago, and seeing as nothing can be done about it now because I filed it, I paid the filing fee, and they basically gave me a number and said, call here in about 14 weeks, and you will get a court date, I suppose. And it's only been 2 weeks since I filed it, so it's a good 3 months before I can call them. And seeing as there's nothing else I can do to move that along, I decided to put forth my efforts on top surgery. So knowing that, my friend literally has to drag me to do everything because while I do want things to happen as quickly as possible, if I just end up not doing it because in my mind I'm just like rationalizing, I'll do it tomorrow. And then there's work. It's like by the time I get home, I don't want to go anywhere. And most times, like most of the things are closed when I want to call, either that or they're busy on the line or whatever the case may be. I just make up excuses. So I finally gave a call to Calum Lord, that's the Informed Consent Clinic. If you guys haven't been aware of my last channel, that's where I got my T. I didn't go through a therapist, the traditional route of the W path, standards of care, none of that. So I went to call there. I called I was transferred to the case manager who previously gave me my gender marker letter, and I left them a voicemail on basically trying to get started on top surgery. And most good top surgeons require a letter. Now, granted, I have like two people in mind, Dr. Garramone in Florida and dr.medalie in Ohio. And I'm still kind of on the fence of it, but I'm finding that I'm leaning more toward dr.medalie because I read that like Dr. Garramone, no offense intended, if you want to go to him for top surgery, that's great, it's your choice. The beauty of a good chest is arbitrary, it's like very subjective, but I find that dr.medalie has like better results, in my opinion, that is. So I'm starting to lean more toward him. So anyways, I asked for a letter, and he gives me a call back like the next day when I was like playing, doing a Pokemon battle with my friend, with cards, that is. So I get a call, and he's like, yeah, it'll be ready in like 7 to 10 days. I'm not really in a rush, seeing as I'm planning for this like sometime in the early spring of next year, because you gotta have to plan everything out. It's not like, oh, I just want this as soon as possible, because don't forget transportation, hotel, food, like, and who's gonna take care of me? So it requires intricate planning. And he said, like, well, he asked me questions like who I wanted to go to, so I told him, and he basically said that I'm going to basically need a therapist letter, so he referred me to a psychotherapist clinic that's geared toward the LGBTQI community, and that they also have a sliding scale, and I have to see a therapist to get the letter. And as you know, I went through informed consent, so it was just basically signing papers and getting tea instead of waiting for the therapist to give you the okay and refer you to an endocrinologist. That did not work in my case. So they basically said, oh, it shouldn't be that much. It should be like $45 to $60 each session, and the minimum would be like 2 sessions, and I shouldn't need any more than 6 to get the top surgery letter, the okay. So I called them, and they basically said, like, they have a sliding scale because I told them I'm uninsured, even though that's actually not true. They told me that the copay could be as low as $15 and as high as $175 each session. And I was kind of like really down about it because on top of the top surgery fee, the transportation fee, the food fee, the hotel fee, I'm looking at somewhere like $8,000, like more or less. I'm kind of like somewhere in that range. And the fact that I had to spend more money just to get a letter that's saying I'm okay, I'm in my perfect sound mind to get this irreversible and life-changing surgery. So I was basically kind of like down about it. But my friend, thankfully, like suggested that why don't I email somebody at the center I intern at and see what happens. Like maybe there's like an alternative that's not good, that I could get a letter, but also not break the bank at the same time. I may have a job now, but still made of money. Like, I don't have like a substantial amount of income. So I did what he said because I'm like, well, hopefully there's an alternative. So I emailed this intern who also runs a support group, and well, I didn't get an answer for like a few hours. So I'm just hanging out with my friend, trying to feel better about this whole situation of potentially spending more money just to get a letter to say it gives me basically permission to have top surgery, and as if taking hormones for about a year isn't enough. And so then I get right after my haircut, I finally got um my top surgery, like my reply. I mean, why did I say top surgery? The reply, and it literally like made me so happy, like I couldn't even believe. The person said, because basically what I wrote was that I was wondering if any of the counselors at the center, there's counselors there, are like certified to write top surgery letters. And she said, yeah, they definitely are. And even better, she can write it herself. She just needs to tell her what to include in the letter, who the letter is for, the top surgery and their full address. And I was just like jumping with joy, and I couldn't wait to get home to give her all that information. And since then, I already sent it to her that night. And now I'm just waiting for things to kind of like come together, I suppose, would be the best response. So I'm finally making headway into top surgery, and I'm gonna try to get into the 0.5cc transgender surgery fund, and who knows, maybe I can win the difference. So far, in my funds, I don't know if you guys been on my original channel, but I think I've mentioned it once or twice that I have $5,000 in a private bank account that was originally intended for a trip around Europe right after college, which did not happen because I'm not really very interested. So my uncle gave me that money, and I asked him if I could use it towards surgery, and he said it's okay. And I'm just ecstatic that I already have $5,000 just sitting here, and I'm trying to save money like from my paychecks and stuff, but I don't make enough, and especially now, like they're kind of like cutting my hours because not a lot of people are buying food at Chipotle for reasons that I'm not going to reveal. They've been kind of cutting my hours, so hopefully activity profits do get back up so I can get more hours. So yeah, that's basically my top surgery right now situation in a nutshell. I will talk about my name change a little more in depth next week, but I just want to let you guys know about like top surgery where I am right now. I'm definitely having it, and I guess I could like tell you guys that what spurred me to do this was primarily my best friend, Logan, that he's having a surgery today actually, so I'm hoping he gets a really speedy recovery, and I don't know, like, I'm so happy for him. He's been on T much longer than I have, and I'm just really happy that he was able to get his surgery funded primarily through insurance, and that's basically spurring me to get started on my own top surgery, because if any of you has ever been to New York City at least once, like at least in the summer, the humidity's killer. Like, it's not so much the heat, like it's like someone like 70, 80, but with the humidity's like it kills you. And yeah, it's just the humidity. It just flat out kills you. And I only had to endure that for one summer, so I can't even imagine what my friend went through for like maybe 2, 3 summers of the New York City heat and humidity that is basically Hell's Kitchen. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween. I know I have. I was basically being silly and weird and basically giving candy and all that stuff, and basically trying to take advantage of discounts everywhere. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and remember that you are beautiful, you are loved, and that your feelings are valid. I'll see you guys next week.